Alright, y'all, the phone did calm down finally. She's a little cooler now. And I got a phone call in the middle of it, so luckily it did not ruin my stream. I was able to save the last one. So, hey Tom, welcome back, kiddo. I will definitely have to go back to that last stream and check out the final comments. I got a phone call, the terminal call, to run by what I got to do next. They have me looking for a particular empty trailer when I get to this Walmart. So I asked how come. He goes, I don't know. It just says you were going down there, and I got a call saying, or a request asking you to look for the specific number trailer. Apparently, it's been down on that property for 28 days. So I'm like, all right. Well, chances are, if it's been down there for that amount of time, there's probably something going on with it. It's either stuck in there, it has flat tires, it's wedged in somewhere, somebody can't get it out. I'm sure there's some reason that it's down there that long. But I'll take a look and see what's what. I said, if it's too much trouble to get out, I said, Ethan, I don't feel like dealing with breakdown today. I've been having a really good week, knock on wood, and I just mentioned it out loud, so yeah, I don't really want to deal with breakdown today. So if there's something going on, I will message you back and I will tell you why that trailer's been sitting there for 28 days. You know, a lot of the lots down here in the south are mud lots. They're just gravel lots. And when I say gravel lots, I mean mud with some stones in it. And so what happens is when it rains, if you do not set the trailers high, if you do not overcrank them up, which usually you don't want to set the trailers high. That's a pain because you got to lower them all the time to hook up. But in the mud lots, you want to set them up a little bit higher because when it rains, they sink. And so then you can't get under them. And it's a lot harder to raise a trailer than it is to lower one. So here, one of their locals there. Well, it's actually a state. But anyway, so yeah, so you want to raise them a little bit higher. So I said it could be that it's stuck in the mud over there, you know, and if it's been there for 28 days, they've had some rain down here, I'll be able to tell if it's been sinking. If that's the case, I'll get a yard dog to come on over and lift it for me and hook it up. I don't have a problem with that. There's always lots of yard dogs at Walmarts, and you can call the Walmart line and just ask for traffic, and traffic will dispatch a yard dog out to wherever you're at in the lot, and they'll help you out. So yeah, I don't mind doing that. I'm willing to put in a little extra effort into something. You know, but let's face it, if you see something and you're like, this is going to take a little more work, and there's empty trailers available, why would you take the hard way out? You know, why would you be like, I'm not grabbing that one. That one looks like a hot mess. I'm going to have to do this and do that. So I totally get that. Hey, Janice, how are you, hon? So, oh, there's another street trooper. Am I near a station? But yeah, so anyway, I'll take a look and see what's going on. And if it's something that looks like something I don't want to deal with, I'll just call and tell them what it is, so at least they have a clue. And then they can figure it out. So, you know, for all I know, it might have messed up airlines, it might have messed up, you know, it might have flat tires, it could be stuck in the mud, it could be wedged behind something. Some of these lots just pile the trailers in there and they put them in a place that the yard dogs can get them in and out, but put a full-size trailer in there and you look at it and you go, I can't get that. The last Walmart I was at was like that. I tried to pull an empty trailer out, and actually that was last week I did that. I had to scrape along the fence to get the damn thing out. I had to do like a 3-point turn like 3 different times to get it out. I didn't do any damage to my truck or anything. I didn't scratch it or anything, but I mean, I was right along the edge of the fence line. And I had to keep, you know, backing up, pulling forward, backing up, pulling forward to get it out of there. So, that was the only trailer over there, and I needed it empty. So, I ended up going over there. That was the Walmart down there in the Columbus area. And when I made phone calls, she said they had one, and that was the only one. She gave me the location of it. So I went over there, and sure enough, it was there. But I looked at it and went, oh, well, now I know why this one is still here. But let's look it up and see what happens. So it hooked up okay, it inspected okay. The only thing it was missing, just like this one is, it was missing the door chain on the back. So when you open the doors and you pull the doors open, there's a little hook in the back and a chain on the door. The chain then goes over the hook for the door secure, and it's missing the chain. So you have to use wire to tie it back, or a zip tie or something. Yeah, I think that'd be pushing it. I don't think I'd be able to call a yard dog and get it out of there for me. I don't know what's going on with it. So if I call and say, hey, go get that ready for me, and it's in a position that's, you know, maybe looking at it like, get it ready for what? You know, but look at this wide open area. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? All right, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm so distracted by scenery. I'm so sad. All right, crack myself up. Yeah, you know, that's a thought, but yeah, I'll just go over and take a look and see what's what. I don't want to be that kind of pushy. I mean, because it could be totally legit. It might just be in one of their back lots or something, and this, you know, where the other empties are. Because the Walmart I went to go pick up that one last week when I needed that empty at the end of the week. That one, the guard said, oh, you're getting an empty? And I'm like, yeah, because I came in Bobtail. He's like, okay, I got permission. He's like, fine. He sent me over to a different area. And I'm looking around going, huh, I thought she said it was in Q. Isn't there a Q on this property? So when I didn't find one in the area he sent me to, I drove around and I had to go all the way clear to the other side of the property around 2 buildings, and I found Q lot. And sure enough, that's where that trailer was over in the Q lot. I wouldn't have known that empty lot was over there had I not called ahead and asked her about it. Now, I can call ahead and see if they have the location of it. I can say, hey, do you have this trailer on property? Can you give me its location? I can do that. So maybe I'll do that, and then talk to traffic and say, you know, reason it's sitting over there, but yeah, again, I don't know that they'll do it or not, but whatever. You're right, it might be worth a try. I'm supposed to be there in the next 25 minutes or so though, so let's see. This area appears to be ranches out here. This is kind of looking like a little like Texas out here. Big open flat land and like one little house and then a whole bunch of land around it. I'm assuming these are all ranch properties out this way. I don't see any livestock or anything, but kind of cool. Oh look, Gardner. This is the city of Gardner. Gardner, Florida. Oh, I saw an interesting name. I saw an interesting name coming out of the Mars plant. Okay, so the name of the road was Chain Gang Road. As in working on the chain gang? Yes, Chain Gang Road. It was an actual road there in, where was I at? South Carolina. Columbia, South Carolina. Which is apparently where this next thing that I pick up, next thing I pick up, unfortunately, is a live load, but it is going to Columbia, South Carolina again, so I'm heading right back that way. And it is also a live unload. So See, I spoke too early when I said this trip was going well. But, oh well, it is what it is. Originally, though, they had me, my first thing they sent over, they had me going to Louisiana. And then going from Florida to Louisiana. So, this is okay. I can go back to Carolinas. I'd rather go to Carolinas. Well, there's a stockyard back there. Yeah, this is ranch. This is kind of like Texas. Stockyards and looking like, I know those aren't probably mesquite trees, but you know, down in Texas, all the trees that are along there are mesquite trees. Super cool. Super cool. I'm all for letting other folks work hard, so I don't have to. Do you still have chain gangs there? No, not that I know of. I can't say that I've seen any. You know, it's that I know of. If you're having, so the folks that go out and work in the that work along the roadside or that they use for manual labor, they have to earn the privilege of going out. You know, they have to be basically good citizens within the facility themselves, and they earn the right to go out and you know, pick up litter along the side of the road or whatever. So the ones that they use for work for that kind of purpose, they actually have to earn it, so they have to be in good standing. So they've got, they're somewhat trusted, so they don't need to be chained together. They might still be under an armed guard, you know, watching over them, but it's more of the you know, honor system kind of thing. Somebody had told me Texas still has them. I don't know that that's the case, but if any place did have them, Texas would be the place. Texas is its own country. It really is. They do whatever they want down there, but they still have some harsh ways to go down there. You don't want to F up in Texas. Yeah, you just don't. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't, not that I know of, Tom, not that I know of. Yeah, you know, it is green, but it's humid. So, you know, to have humid, you have to have water, you know. So there are areas, you know, of Florida that get drought. My friend was saying earlier that they hadn't had rain in, you know, 20 to 28 days or something it had been since they had, you know, they get daily rainstorms, but nothing like, you know, decently soaking. But right now, looking at, are those orange groves there? No, those are small trees. What are those? It's some kind of grove over here. So you guys can't see it. There's some little short trees over here. I don't think they're orange trees. I can't tell. I know what a citrus tree looks like, but I don't think that's what those are. I'm not sure what those are. What would be the short trees along the roads in Florida there? I don't know. It was some type of orchard or something. The almonds, walnuts, pecans, pecan trees, are they that short? I don't know. They were really short though. I don't think they'd be orange groves. That's something I haven't seen in Florida. I don't know that I've seen an orange grove yet. I would love to be down here in the spring. I hear that when the orange blossoms come out on the orange groves, they are just delightful. Just delightful to smell. I would love to be down here for that. Yeah, I don't know. What would those short trees be? I don't know. Somebody might chime in later and let me know. I've had quite a few friends that have lived in the Florida area. They might be able to tell me what they were. Miniature, yeah, miniature trees. They're bonsai trees. So it's not too bad right now. It's 83, so that's really decent. That's not bad at all. They did have the storms that came through here yesterday, and they stuck around. They dumped quite a bit of rain out talking about. And even like their culverts and stuff around here, there is water. The lowlands do have water in the basins and stuff, so they have had a decent amount of rain around here lately. So stay at home. Keep social distancing. Florida is closed. Yes, stay home. Mother Trucker implores you, stay home so she can drive where she needs to without you being in the way. So selfish, aren't I? So selfish. Oh, my gum has creeped its way to the back of the thing here. Oh, there we go. You know what's really cool out here? They have things called Florida rooms. And Florida rooms, or Floridian rooms, they call them, are like 3-season rooms that they sometimes have a built-in pool. It's not usually super huge, but it's attached to the house. And it's usually like an all-glass fixture around the back of the house. And allows them to use their pool without the bugs coming in, and it's protected from the heat, and they can climate control it a little bit better. So when you come up north and they say, oh, you have a Florida room, you go, oh, you got a 3-season room. Yeah, it's more like a 2-season room, but very few places up north have the pool built in that close to the house with the structure over it. I'm not sure why they don't put structures over our pools. I kind of want to look into that and ask some engineers or an architect why up north we don't put glass covers over our pools. I mean, I get the larger ones, it'd be ridiculous, and why do it? But wouldn't it make sense to put a cover over, a glass containment over a pool? And be able to use it more often, because if you've got it enclosed and you can keep the bugs out and keep it maintained better, and climate control it better. If you did heat it, you wouldn't be losing quite as much heat, to the outside. If you had a heated pool, and if you have like an all-season room like that, you could use the sun that comes through those panels to heat the pool, and then the heat would be contained within there. I don't know, I'm just curious. I'm not sure why they don't do that in more places, because almost all the places down here, the little condos and stuff that they have, and the small houses that are in these developmental communities, or development type communities, yeah, I've definitely been to this Walmart before. This area is very, very familiar. Yeah, I don't know why they don't do it. You would think it would be a thing, but anyway. But then again, a built-in pool in Ohio is kind of a pain because the ground freezes and thaws, Sorry guys, the phone's getting warm again. We call them indoor pools. Yeah, exactly, an indoor pool. Now, we do have places here that like put a pool in their basement, or they actually have, it's indoor, it's not just a 3-season room. They actually have them within the house structure itself, like fully protected. And there are people that do that. But that would be, having to vent the chlorine and stuff out and having it actually within your property. I mean, I don't know, I guess. I even like the idea of just those pools that, what do they call them? They're like exercise pools. They're basically a large bathtub that you can put jets in that will like push against you, so you can act like you're swimming, and you like swim against the current, but you're basically just in this large bathtub. I kind of like those. Those are kind of a cool idea. Just to get the exercise or just to be able to float in some water. And of course I like the idea of hot tubs and spas too. They're a little more upkeep, they're a little more work. They take a little bit, but I have to stay on 17, don't I? Yes, I do. I'm gonna have to get over. I am in a right turn only lane coming up here, so we'll go ahead and move over. Look at this. Can you see this? Look at this old train station. Or at least it's set up to look like a train station. I don't see any actual train tracks, but maybe on the other side there's some train. Isn't that cool? That looks like a new structure, though. I don't know, or at least an old structure that's been revamped. Yeah, I need to get over. Look, Magnolia Drive. Magnolia. Mr. Kevin likes magnolias. That's his Kelly side. Yes, Kevin has the Kelly side. I think we've discussed that. We haven't talked about Kelly in a while. He hasn't gone to Kelly in quite some time. I guess I make him feel too much like a man. Yeah. It's all to my credit, right? Sure. He did break out the sewing box the other day, though, so I guess Kelly did come out for a bit. He had gotten a pair of shorts that needed to be sewed, and he bought them and they were split. He tried to take them back to exchange them, and they didn't have any others, and they just wanted to give them back to him, but he really wanted the shorts, so he's like, never mind, I'll take them home and sew them. I said, well, did you ask for a discount? I would have asked for a damn discount. I'm like, well, okay, that's all fine and dandy, but if we're going to do this, I want a discount. Give me back some money, I will give them back to you, you go refund them, then you can sell them back to me as a return, or as a used item, or as a discounted item due to damage. I would have been calling a manager. He's like, oh, I didn't bother. I'm like, see, that's the difference between you and I would have bothered. I got to put effort into a brand new piece of clothing. I would have bothered. But he went looking for a sewing box. That was the whole story I tried to get to. He keeps his sewing things in an old cigar box. And I've seen the cigar box before, once or twice, but I couldn't find it. I still think that maybe he took it somewhere, took it to his daughter's house to use or something. I don't know. We looked all over that house. Every nook and cranny, every hiding spot, every little weird little section that he has that he could have thrown something. We could not find that damn cigar box. It literally was hiding. We started joking that his mom came back and freaking hid it on him. Took it, put it somewhere, buried it. God only knows. We have no idea what happened to this damn cigar box. So maybe when he packs the move, he'll come across it again. But for the goodness of sakes, we could not find the cigar box. Luckily, he found a bag of thread he had off to the side. It was some cheap thread that he had bought. And it had the color in there that he needed. So he did end up finding something that he could use, but I have no idea what happened to that stupid sewing box. None. We found the sewing machine, could not find the box, and you would have thought that the two things would have been together. But, yeah, no flippin' idea. But at least he didn't blame me on that one. Usually when he can't find something, he calls me and says, what did you do with my... And I go, I didn't touch your thing. What are you talking about? I don't move your things around. I might touch your things and move them on the table, but I don't pick them up and put them someplace totally different. I don't do that. And if I put them someplace, I put them someplace logical. Like if I would have found your sewing box, I would have stuck it next to the sewing machine. That would have been what I would have done with it. If I put it in a logical place. I don't just randomly pick up something and shove it somewhere else. He's the one that likes to, he'll be using something and he just sets it off to wherever he's closest and leaves it there and then gets sidetracked and never goes back and puts it away. That's more of him. So I usually have to think back like, okay, well, what were you doing when you used that? What else was going on? Did you check this area? Well, you had that particular tool out in the garage when you did this. Are you sure it's not in the garage? Are you sure it's not by your car? Are you sure it's not? Well, you used that in the kitchen sink. Could it be in the closet in the front room? Could it be, you had that in the house. So it's got to be in there somewhere because that's the last place you used it. But yeah, growing up as a kid, my dad was a stickler for putting stuff back where it belongs, and that's a trait I'm glad. Would you shush? Good gosh, she's just okay. Enough, Allison. Enough. Jeez, oh man. But yeah, I like having a place for everything and everything in its place. That's a trait that I'm glad I picked up on, and that sunk in with me. I definitely like to have things in their place, and not just, well, it's where I left it last. Because I don't remember where I left it last. I don't remember when I used stuff, especially if you haven't used something in quite a while. Yeah, I like to know that this is where the scissors belong. This is where the scissors go after you use them. You can take the scissors and use them anywhere you want, but when you're done with them, the scissors go back in this spot. Because when I need the scissors, I'm going to come to this spot and I'm going to expect to reach and grab the scissors. And if I can't grab the scissors and I have to go looking for them, I am going to hem and holler until I find the scissors. So if you don't want to listen to me bellyache, I suggest you put stuff back where you find it. So in Kevin's house, if I find something in a weird place, I only ask him if I can move it. Hey, do you want me to put this back over by the whatever? I don't pick up stuff and move it. See all these little Florida houses here? Sound very Scottish in your attitude. Well, I do believe I have some of that Scottish blood in me. I do believe there is some Scottish, apparently on my grandfather's side, there's like a 2% Irish and a 10% Scottish. So there is some there. The majority of it is, I've told you, I've got 5 generations American, and then before that it goes back to England, and then there's some Scottish in there, a little bit Irish, so that all makes sense. Flat. Oh, you're getting a good view of the pre-pass unit there, aren't you? Now that I've been to Texas, there definitely are some similarities between some of the areas in Texas and Florida. I don't know. I mean, I guess they're right along the same parallel line. Florida and Texas, they're right along that same longitude, or is that a latitude line? Latitude line, I think, actually. Anyway, I always get those confused. I remember which one is latitude and longitude. But anyway, they're right along the same line, so I guess that kind of makes sense. They both have gulfs on either side of them, and yeah. All right, well, whatever. Interesting. There's definitely some cheaper housing down here. Unfortunately, the cheap housing is mostly mobile homes and or manufactured type homes. So they're not the sturdiest things in the world, and being in an area that gets hit by hurricanes on a regular basis, I think I'd rather have something more stable. Or if you got a manufactured home, I think I would want it to be permanently set on a foundation as opposed to being able to pick up and move it at any time. Do I get the free ball in my kilt too then? Or is that just for the guys? I'm just saying. Seems, tit for a tat, I should be able to as well. Let the breeze be unencumbered. Okay, here's some more teeny tiny little fields, or teeny tiny little trees out in this field on the other side of this railroad track. And on this side, maybe these are orange groves. These might be orange groves. I don't know. I never thought of orange trees as being that small. But maybe those are orange groves. See them? There's just a ton of them out there. There's no signage though. I was kind of hoping for a sign that maybe said, hey, this is such and such orange grove. This is such and such almond something. Oh my goodness. Oh, darn it. I just put the phone down. There is an area just on the other side of there that's got water. There must have been 20 cranes over there. That was cool. The white cranes. They have the white cranes down here. They don't have the blue herons, whatever. Their cranes are white. But wow, that was really cool. Or storks. Some people call them storks. They're not storks. There's one here too. Look, there's a donkey over there. Can you see him? The donkey's sitting in the shade under the tree. Alright, I need to leave that phone alone. And there's some more on this side. Maybe, there's some turf. Anybody want some turf? And there's some more on this side and on the other side. Maybe these are the orange groves. Because there are a lot. There are so many trees on either side of this road. I'm sorry, you're out of focus again. There you go. I'll try to get you in. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. And they've got irrigation ditches on either side for water. Yeah, these might be the orange groves. I don't know why I thought orange trees were bigger. I really did. I didn't think they were that tiny. I didn't know they were that tiny. Because we have apple orchards up by us in the northern areas. We have a lot of apples, and the apple trees, they try not to let them get too big. They keep them pruned well, but they're bigger than that though. They're much bigger than. This phone cool down yet? It's cool again. Let's go ahead and get back over here where you get a better view. It's really cool down here though, the lack of bridges. There are very few bridges down here. And you can see nothing going up and over. And certainly ain't nothing going under because we are at sea level. Well, it looks like I'm going to be where I need to be in 2 miles here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. And unless you want to see, do you want to see me pull into the Walmart? I don't care. Do you want to see what the Walmart DC looks like? I think I've showed you guys what some of my DCs look like. I suppose I could pull you into the DC. Perhaps I will get lost just before getting there because I'm notorious for getting lost. I get lost 2 seconds before I'm supposed to be there. I can travel 600 miles and not make a wrong turn, and then I get to where I'm going and I will get lost just 5 minutes before I'm supposed to show up. Maybe while I'm there, I'll ask some of the locals, see if they can tell me if those are orange groves. They may be able to tell me. I was kind of hoping you'd stop there, Mr. Roloff. I wasn't sure that Roloff truck was going to actually come to a stop. It's kind of cruising along there quite nicely. You get lost too? Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know how or why, but yeah. I do. And it's sort of the family joke. My kid thinks it's hysterical. She's like, Mom, how can you travel 500 miles away from someplace and too. Florida uses so many bright colors. The bright colors on their houses, and there's nothing dull down here. Some big manufacturer right there. Look at that. Wow, and look at the trucks lined up to get through that gate. Is that a line? Is that Enterprise? That's Enterprise. Doggone it. Yeah, I got nervous. See? I told you I was going to get lost. I got nervous. There's a state patrolman behind me. Alright, we're going to have to go ahead and see what we got down here. I was thinking I needed to make a right-hand turn. And I don't. I make the right-hand turn later. I'm not making the right turn here. Here. Just gonna move out of the way and let things pass me. I think I actually have enough room. There's nothing on that side of me. Clearing that way. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Right? I'm going to straighten the wheel out, go straight for a little bit, and then we're going to go left. Clear on traffic. We're going to do that. So we will see if that sets off my camera for the U-turn. It shouldn't, because I made a left turn, went straight a little bit, and then made a right turn. But we'll see. It may set it off, it may not. If it does, they can see it was a legal turn. I actually made a proper lane. They can see there was no traffic. They can see I had plenty of time. I made a stop. I looked. I should be clear on it, but. Yeah, I was sitting there staring at all those trucks, wasn't I? Looking at all those trucks going, oh, why are all those trucks sitting there? They're actually just sleeping along the side of the road there. They're stopped there is what they're doing. They're sleeping on Enterprise Drive. And I have not been to this Walmart, so I was mistaken. But I do believe I've been down 17 before for something. But I have not been, so let's see. Where's the truck entrance at? Because there's always... that's up here. Okay, so we're going this way. Walmart, you know, in general, is actually really good about their signage. If you approach them slow enough, you can usually figure out where you need to be. Yeah, see this whole, they just use, okay, you know what? We're going to have you, shush, we're done talking to you now. You just make a lot of noise. Yeah, if you take your time and you look, you can usually find your way around the Walmart without too much trouble. They usually have fairly decent directions. I think I'm going in here, and as I said that, and that's just a big turnaround, so that's kind of a neat feature though, to have a big turnaround in the back there, so all these trucks that park here can come around and still be able to get out this road. Decent. So, and it looks like I only have one truck in front of me. Woohoo! That's even better. Alright. So, Walmart gets the left lane. They get priority in their facilities. And, hold on a second. Why is he flagging me? Oh. They are getting temperature checks on it, which is fine, no biggie. And then, alright, there we go. Alright, I'm going to let you stream. I'll just let you go. I need to set my brakes, put on my hazards. I need to say that I've arrived here. Hello. Oh, you can do the...
Morning. You been there before?
I have not.
Okay.
Oh.
Sit tight. Walmart will come out and get your paperwork, okay?
Okay.
You probably got a drop, right?
I do.
All right. Let me just get your temp off your forehead. You're good. 98. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Let me grab my paperwork real quick. Yeah, I have to say that I'm here. And then... Hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so I have to say forms. I have to say arrive at consignee. Yes, I'm going to get the BLL signed. Send that in. And there's beetles flying all over here. Do you see the beetles? And then I have to go to my duty status. On duty. On duty yard moves, apply, and drop. And then back to there, save. Alright, now I'm good to move about the property under 20 miles an hour. And, okay, so just check the trailer, you check the seals, make sure the numbers are all right. And are you pulling a Walmart trailer? Well, Swift, you don't know how to read, honey. Oh, no, that is a Walmart trailer. Never mind. It's a Swift pulling a Walmart trailer. See, only the Walmart trailers are allowed to use the left lane. They have priority. Alright, it will get warm sitting here because I want my temperature taken. You're so silly. It's a professional right. I have to remember that. It's a professional right. Okay, I'll remember that. Yeah, so we'll go drop this where it needs dropped, and then let me look at my messages real quick and see if I can find what he, oh gosh, additional stop maybe? That's not what I want. Oh, look at that. Oh, those are 2 bugs making more bugs. Shoot, let's see here. On-time request, free form. What is this one? Look for trailer 69011. 69, my favorite number. 011. Alright. We'll ask him while we're here, see if he can help us. He'll probably just tell me to call traffic, but we'll see. So this is one of the reasons people down here, they don't like to come to Florida, because they say the bugs are too big. They definitely have big bugs down here, and they're everywhere, especially when it's not dry. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and maybe are these bugs mating, or they have 2 heads? What the heck? I can show you this stinking bug on my mirror. Can you see that thing? I thought it was like 2 bugs mating, like they were butt to butt there, but I don't know what's going on with those. Okay, we need to, why, what are you doing? Okay, hold on a second, let me redo this. Alright, and then back to there. Hi! Back to normal. Look, they're all over. They're bugs with 2 heads. What are these things? They're all mating. Look. Is there like, there's like a bug with a bug on the back. What is this thing? That's so weird. Ooh, creepy. I rolled up the window, needless to say. That nasty. I think I'd be walking around here with one of those bee net things over my face. Okay, where did my, really? I don't know where my stream went. All right, I lost the comments.
You dropped here before?
No, I have not.
That's your copy of the bills.
Okay.
Just sign these stickers and keep one for yourself. That's your proof of delivery.
Okay.
All right.
And I have a question for you real quick. I'm looking for a trailer 69011.
I'll go see if
Could
it's
you
in
see if you can locate it? Yeah. Apparently it's been here for like almost a month. Do you hear what they're doing over here? They're actually asking their employees that come in if they've had any symptoms of any of that stuff. Cool.
Yeah, it's here. It's an empty trailer over in zone M, as in Mark.
Okay, I'll go look for it and see why it's been here. I have a feeling there's some mechanical issue and that's why people have left it alone, but I'll call it in and tell them what's going on so they can get it fixed. But I have two more questions for you. What are these bugs that look like they're attached to each other?
Love bugs.
Is that what they're called? They have, okay, that's what I was like. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, was I imagining that? This bug has two heads.
No, they just really love each
mate
other.
all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the short trees that are out here in the fields, the orchards, what are those? Are those orange trees or
Yeah,
are
probably
they?
orange.
They are orange trees. I didn't know
This
they were.
way?
Yeah, I didn't know they were short. I didn't realize they were that short. But all right, cool. Well, thank you. All right.
I just dropped this in G. It's the first line on the right.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All my questions answered at once. Okay, I need to go back to my something here. Why am I not getting any? All right, I'm gonna end this and start it up again because I lost my. Oh, you know what? What is going on? This is really weird. I'm not liking it. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go on down the road here so I can get out of everybody else's way, and we will go from there. Love bugs. They're called love bugs. Well, that totally makes sense because, man, they are just happy little critters, man. Stuck to each other.